Hello, welcome to wintertime in the Oxbow. We are wearing our winter best here. I think maybe I'll store this mead. It does give temperature tolerance, so maybe I can drink that on oh, so does the oat beer. The wheat beer does not give temperature tolerance. Alright. Anyways, yeah, so I've been thinking about how we want to do some things on this game. Oh, sorry, that's a wrong button there. I wanted to get loaded up in case we see something to shoot. So I've been thinking about how I want to set things up. What is that? Oh, it's a stump. Are there any deer over here? I wonder if we killed the deer spawn when we put this road in. I feel like we used to see deer along here often. Are the wolves still there? Yeah, so I see a wolf right there. So maybe that's what happened to the deer spawn. And I think the bear still, yeah, the bear is right there. But the reason I brought you guys over here is that the more I've thought about it, the more I feel like this area down here makes sense for the burgage plots like I had talked about. I think if we do this road along here, we can put in maybe like 4 houses with backyards, I think. So what do we need to get this done? Logs and planks. Alright, maybe we go ahead and build the fishing hut. We'll take a minute here and kind of take stock. You know, we're at a point in the save where a few decisions can really alter where things end up. I know I was a little bit salty the last time I played because I have the 6 of 6 workers. I went on Reddit and asked about how this works, like the scaling of dynasty points. So you basically get a worker for every 50 dynasty points for like the first couple hundred. And then you get a worker for every 100 for a while until you get up to around 1200, something like that. So we should, when we get another 50 dynasty points or so, or maybe 150, we should get access to another worker. But I'm not going to hyper focus on that right now. We need to make sure that we have 877 by the end of winter so we can pay our taxes in spring. I think we have that already. Our food demand, we're really good. I mean, we have over 5,000 food with only 198 demand. So that's good. Our water demand, again, very good. And I guess that's just from the like 5 or 6 buckets that I filled, so I'm not concerned here. Our wood demand is the one that is close, so it might make sense for me to help this out a little bit, just because that will catch up real fast. We're ahead on food, we're ahead on water, but that might make sense to chop down a few trees, turn it into firewood just to build a buffer here. I mean, really, I don't know how much this translates to, like how many trees that actually is, how many cords of firewood that is, but that's something that I could do right now. But I want to get logs and planks to get the fishing hut built so we can staff that soon. And oh, that reminds me, I need to do I need to physically rotate the... Yeah, so we don't want Lubovid in the herbalist anymore. So we're going to move him back to, I believe it's the workshop. So he does, because he's not super qualified at anything, we just rotate him between the two. And then, let's see, where do I go? I want to see what recipes we're making in the kitchen now. So we're making pottage, which makes sense. I don't know why it's not seeing the rye grain to make the gruel. Because I put, you guys probably remember, I put rye grain in here, like 200 of it or something. Yeah, 201, exactly 200. So I don't quite understand why it's telling me that it doesn't have access to that. If anybody who plays this game is watching this, it's seeing the wooden bowls, it's just not seeing that rye grain, and it says wood, or the food storage. I don't understand that at all. They are making flatbreads with onion, which is good. And they're making pottage, which is good. I mean, I could just make a batch of gruel and then we'd have it. Just a weird little inconsistency to me. Alright. So... oh. I'll go ahead and grab this real quick. 31%. You get one more snap. And then, do we have any planks? 2. Okay, and I'll make a few more planks up here. I want to make literally 2 more planks. It's going to be more, but I don't want to carry a million things down here until I see what we need. Okay. Oh, I didn't grab the planks? Is that showing me what's in my inventory? Okay, 4 logs, 4 planks. Okay, let's just do this stage and we can proceed from there. But since there's nothing to plant in winter, we could plant our carrots if we wanted in winter. But we don't have to do that on the first day of winter. We could do that on the 3rd day of winter. I'd like to get this fishing hut built because we have the linen thread to be able to make the spears. So it just makes sense to have the additional food source coming in. Alright, so we need 6 logs for that. Okay, that's all it's telling me for this phase. So maybe instead of running up there, I will just take out this birch and get our 3 logs, or a couple of these birches and get our 6 logs. Do you think that wolf is going to aggro on me this far? I don't know what their range is. Hear the howl though. And I think my shovel is in 5. No. Oh, geez. And it broke my shovel. Okay. Now I need to now I need to craft the shovel. I'm just gonna use 2 of the logs. Perfect. How many bolts will this take? Because I think I had to shoot the pig with 2. And I'm gonna guess that a wolf is stronger than a pig. Alright. Maybe we don't worry about that. And we get one of these trees. Resource storage too. Wow, okay. I don't feel like I need that yet. But it's nice to know I have access to it. I think we have, yeah, we have 62 sticks. How many logs are we up to? 6, perfect. We'll go, I think we're gonna need some straw for a thatch roof. Okay. Can I upgrade that? I guess not. So we're gonna need a bunch of logs. We almost have enough sticks, so we'll just go ahead and do that first. Oops. But maybe we see about a copper hammer. If not, we can always chop a tree up here, make another wooden hammer. Once we get, oh man, look at all these stones. Once we get a good, better tools, that will make these building projects a bit easier. But part of the fun for me is just enjoying our layout and our road. Okay. So, do we even have the ability to make a copper hammer? It's locked. We need 2 copper bars. Okay, I think I'm gonna pass on that. I wasn't sure if I had unlocked that or not. So we just need 1 log. I don't want to grab stuff that's like super close. This we can do. One of these. This is such a cool game. I mean, there used to be things about it that I'd be like, why do they do it this way? Why do they do it that way? But the longer I've played, the more other games like this I've played, the more I just realize this is such a cool game. It does so many things well. Are you kidding me? Okay. And I don't want to spend my time playing this game throwing shade at other games, but one thing I will say is this is so much more intuitive and enjoyable than the Wild West Dynasty game, which, I'll be honest, thematically I was way more excited to play that. I grew up watching Western movies and stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, I want to be a cowboy. I want to be out on the open range. I want to take cattle into cattle drives and have my own ranch, break horses and ride horses and explore the Wild West, like all that. That was all what I was looking forward to. And that game, just mechanically, it was busted and a lot of problems. So I really, really enjoy. There's some quirks, some things that I had to get used to with this game, but for the most part, I really, really enjoy it. It's easy to get lost in this world, and I appreciate that a lot about a game, when they give you that freedom to forget reality. Okay, so we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 logs there. $32 straw, 4 logs there, so 9 logs and 32 straw. We can be done with this building. We should have like 1,000 straw, so this shouldn't be an issue. Gosh, that apprentice, can you imagine working with that person? Every time I walk past, they're whining about something. Nope, wrong one. In here. Almost, wow. Why do I remember these quantities? I don't know. Okay. Now, hopefully we still have 9 logs. I know they've been cutting stuff, but we had like 30 before. Okay, heavy but doable. And hopefully our hammer will last for this project. Really need to stop sprinting everywhere. It doesn't matter. We'll get there when we get there. So the other thing I want to build soon, maybe I'll even start it this episode, is the farmer, so we can have a farm worker help out. Yeah, we're at 18 minutes, and this should be done in the next 2 or 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we'll let him breathe for a minute. While he's recovering, let's see. Do we have anybody? Because I think, does the fishing hut come under hunting? Or survival? Because I think when they're 18, they can have their own job. So Majmira maybe will become our fisher lady once she, if it's survival based. I can't remember. I feel like that's something that is probably here, and I don't know where to look. Yeah, fishing hut is under hunting. Okay, so Majmira wouldn't make sense. It would be maybe Dabganiwa, Dobie. Move over from being an animal breeder, and we can find somebody else for that job. We don't really need somebody doing that right now. They're just getting eggs at this point. That is nice to have when we really need a batch of fertilizer. Actually, what is it? It's winter. Maybe I should move them right now. Let's move you to the pigsty. Okay. Alright. Stamina recovered. But that could be a good rotation. Maybe like 2 seasons in the pigsty, 2 seasons in the fishing hut. I don't know. Is it done? Wow, I'm a genius. So 2 more logs and 16 more straw. Oh well, not the end of the world. We'll get there. I'm also really excited to get started on this farmer building. So. I don't love where this resource storage is located. I might think about moving this too. But it really depends where we intend to build. And like, I think I've talked to you guys about this before, but my thought is if we put burgage plots down here, right? And we put some sort of like community sitting area here, then we can do housing in this area, like more burgage plots basically. And then farm area, livestock back here, and farm fields in the majority of this. I feel like that's decent organization. So housing with a sitting area, housing with a sitting area, fields, production, farms. So people won't have far to walk to get to work from either here to these jobs or here to these jobs. And we've got our path into Piastovia for trade, and then we'll have another path up here to Clonica eventually. And this road is most of the way to the Skalki Road. We just have to finish this section, which, if you remember, when we were laying this in, these rocks are an issue. So I think I might do it like up here and then down. And I don't know how much we'll develop this because it's a pretty big hillside anyways, but we could always do things like maybe like a hunting cabin up here. Even though it won't change the output, it just seems logical that you'd have a hunting cabin away from the middle of your main settlement. And I don't know what this would look like, but maybe we do another fishing thing over here too. I don't know. We have time. There's no rush. I mean, some of those ideas are for a long time from now. months and months from now. Why does it influence the stamina so much? Okay, there we go. So now that's done. It was weird, that rock looked like it was walking. I thought it was like a badger or something. Okay. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure we have access to farm shed. 10 logs. Oh, that's new. I don't think they used to tell you the grand total of stuff you needed. Okay. So 10 logs and 16 straw. We have the stones and sticks on us. Okay. Alright. So we could do down here. We could do over by the vegetables. Wait, what? There's a spot right here? That's the... Okay. I think... because there's a little pathway down the middle here. And I think putting it right here... I'm just going to tentatively do that. So my thought is we put it here. It's straight to that production building. And then we can always put another field here. And we can put another field there. Maybe some smaller fields, because down here is where we want to do our sitting area. Right here. We'll put a campfire and some logs, benches, because the burgage plots are going to go that way. Alright, okay, good. I like that. And I'm gonna have to do a little bit of soul searching to decide how I want to set up the burgage plots and where I want mine specifically to be. But I really like that they added that you can move whole buildings. That's going to revolutionize how I play this game. Very excited for that. Okay, I do need straw while I'm here. But now I don't... Farm shed. Okay. So we need 16 straw and 10 logs. Okay. I think we should have 10 logs unless they used them all for firewood. Okay. And we're gonna need 2 more for a new hammer. Look at me preempting the problem before it arrives. I also need water, but we might be able to get that in the morning. Because the sun is headed down. We'll get this built and that'll be about it for this episode. Okay. Plenty of sticks for this. Aha, look at that. Booyah. And it remembered which slot I wanted the hammer in. Love it. You just really gotta love it. And then we'll do our little thatch roof here. Look at that. Perfect count. I just have the extra log because it was only one log. Oh, now it's going to teach me how to be a farmer. You can quickly preview your field stage of cultivation on the crops management pages. It's also the place where your workers get instructions about where distinct kinds of plants should be sown. Okay, thank you. So I believe we already have this set up. Field 1, beetroots. Field 2, cabbage. Except, yeah, that's good. It's in there. So nothing. Let's see what the carrot. Do we have anything? Oh, we do have them written in as winter. So winter, spring, and then harvest in summer. Nice. Good. Okay. And they're gonna need, what do they need? Tools wise. They're gonna need probably a hoe and a bag and a sickle. So getting better tools will help with that immensely. I don't know. Do I like that? I'm not. Well, I guess I could move it. Ooh, let's try this real quick and then we'll be done. So it's move. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Not gonna lie, I like that a lot. Okay. Alrighty. Well, the sun is setting on the day, so I'm going to head up to our bed for now, and I will see you all in the next one. Maybe just for kicks, I will stoke the fire here. Oh, wait, what? No, I don't want that. Just wanted to turn it on. Alrighty. You guys have a good night or good day. See you next time. Bye for now.